Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
This episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience best events in town, all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? What is up? What is up? What is up? It is your boy Darion, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are live for the Darion Hopkins Sports Show Season 2, Episode 2. We are definitely in the building. I am your host, Darion, of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show, and we really appreciate you all coming in and having a great time here on this 1 p.m. Eastern time for the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. Yes, we are back. Just to let a few things known that if this is your first time ever being at the YouTube page, we highly suggest that you subscribe, hit the bell button, and get the latest news of all sports news, live play-by-plays, and reactions, or everything of that nature. And, ladies and gentlemen, and if you are on Bigo Live, make sure y'all come over to my Bigo Live and make sure y'all check out the Bigo Live there. We are live on there. We are live on Twitter. We are live on Facebook. Make sure you share the live, tell a friend, and let the people know that we are in the building. But hey, we are here, y'all. We got a lot of topics to talk about, a little bit of NFL, a little bit of probably some WNBA, NFL. We give you a little recap of some MLB as well here. So we are definitely in the building to talk about it. So we are live. I'm going to share it to the Discord real quick, and we're going to get this thing rolling. Just give me a 1 second, everybody. Just give me 1 second. We are live on multiple streams and platforms and stuff of that nature. And I appreciate y'all so much being here on the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. Did y'all miss me? I know it's been a while. This could be Stephen A. Show 2.0. Nah. I mean, it can be. You know what? It can be Arku. It definitely can be another Stephen A. Smith 2.0. But I just talk strictly sports. He doesn't talk strictly sports compared to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. It's a little different. But we got a lot to talk about here, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna share it to the Facebook as well, because I am live on Facebook as well. So let me just let the people know that I am live on Facebook as well. So let me just do this real quick, because I don't know if anybody will see it or anything of that nature, but it's all good, man. It's all good, and I appreciate somebody already shared the live out. I'm gonna just put at followers or put at highlight, boom, and go like that and stuff like that, man. So make sure y'all share the live, tell a friend, that we are here. But we're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it, and we're going to talk about it right here, right now on the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. We're going to talk about Game 2 of the NBA Finals. And we know the NBA Finals did go down the way they did go down, 105-98. The Dallas Mavericks loses again in the second term, and I'm just really kind of like thinking like, okay, the Dallas Mavericks had this game. Can you tell me your name? My name is Darion. My name is Darion. Just to let everybody know, I am live on Bigo as well. The Bigo ID is DhopkinsShow1. So if you want to go follow me on Bigo Live as well, I am live on there as well. But I have to say this when it comes to it. Kyrie got to be better, but I think the whole team overall have to be better because let's be completely honest here. And I'm gonna pull up my questions here. I'm gonna pull up my questions here. And my question is this: biggest reason the Celtics are up 2-0 in this series. And I'm gonna tell you why. The biggest reason that the Celtics are up 2-0 in this series. The Boston Celtics are a complete basketball team. They just are. Even with Kristaps Porzingis coming off the bench, right? Kristaps Porzingis coming off the bench, he still give you valuable minutes. He still give you great defense. Their role players are good. Pritchard can come off and get hot when he can. Al Horford's in the starting lineup. You got Drew Holiday that had a great game last night. So you got to think about it. Everybody can do their job to their ability when it comes to the Boston Celtics. Now, it's a little different for Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving did not play he didn't play well the first two games. To be completely honest with you, he didn't play well the first two games. Kyrie only had 16 points in this game. Even though they only had five, don't even over the Dallas Mavericks had 5 players in double figures, but still was not able to get the job done with 5 players in double figures. I mean, PJ Washington had 17, which was 1 for 5 from the 3-point line. Nobody wants to talk about that. And it was 6 of 26 from the 3-point line overall in the game. Derek White, great defensive player, great offensive player, but I love what he does. You know what I'm saying? I love how he plays, but I just feel like the Boston Celtics are a more complete team, and they've been here before. Kyrie has been here before, but the rest of that team has not been here before. You got Lively the second, that's a rookie in his league. Luka Doncic, this is his first NBA Finals. I think is the experience on when Boston lost to Golden State a couple of years ago. That's just me. That's just me. I just feel like at the end of the day that the Boston Celtics reasoning, because they have a bench, they have starters that can get the ball. Jaylen Brown is the best player in these finals. I have to say it. He's the best player in these finals. I think Jaylen Brown makes the game look too easy at some points. And if you be like, damn, my God, when it comes to him. But we're going to get into the stats, man. What's going on Sanchez game and what's going on. But let's talk about it, though. Let's talk about the stats of this game, because I did a recap and I did a box score and I did everything. We're going to go straight into the stats. So for the Dallas Mavericks overall, they shot 47.5% from the field, which was 38 of 80. They shot the ball 80 times in this game. 80 times. It was 6 of 26 from the 3-point line. 23.1%. You're not going to win basketball games like that. You're just not. You're not going to win basketball games like that. And then you have 16 of 24 from the free throw line. Mind you, the Dallas Mavericks are one of the worst teams in the playoffs when it comes to free throw shooting. 66.7% from the free throw line is unacceptable in the NBA Finals. It's unacceptable. You cannot allow that to happen in an NBA Finals. You just can't. Because if you do that, then they're going to expect you to lose. And that's exactly what's happening with the Dallas Mavericks at this moment. That is exactly what's happening right now with the Dallas Mavericks at this moment. And I have to say this for the Dallas Mavericks. Is game 3 in Dallas? Yes, game 3 is definitely in Dallas. But at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics, they were just a better team. But like, they have the Dallas Mavericks in itself. They had 43 rebounds total in this game. They had 21 assists. They had 5 steals, 3 blocks, but 15 15 turnovers. And most of them was really ill-advised turnovers. They really was. They was really ill-advised turnovers to a point where, why would you throw that pass? And what makes me mad about the Dallas Mavericks, they were in this game. They were in this game. Like, bro, how are you in this game and you lose? I'm so confused on that. You was in this game the whole time. If you look at all 4 quarters, Dallas won the first quarter 28-25. Boston won it 29-23 in the second quarter going into halftime. Then in third quarter, even though Boston went on a run in that third quarter, they still only won that third quarter by 6 points, 29-23. Again, the fourth quarter, 24-22, Dallas won that quarter and still lost. The game was close all game until that third quarter when Boston went on a run. And then Dallas goes on a run in the last 2 minutes of the game. Turnovers and missing free throws. Yes, turnovers and missing free throws was definitely something that I could say. But they was in this game. There's no way Dallas should have lost this game. But Kyrie got to play better. Only had 16 points. Luka Doncic had a triple-double. He had 32, 11, and 11. Shooting 12 of 21 from the field. 4 of 9 from the three-point line. Played 42 minutes. Luka cannot do this by himself. They can't do this by themselves. They just can't. And this is why I go straight into Luka Doncic. Post triple-double, and he takes the blame for the Mavericks' loss. I think he shouldn't take the blame for the Mavericks' loss. Why? Why should he take the blame for the Mavericks' loss? Somebody please reiterate this to me, because me personally, I think that you got to blame your teammates. Let's be for real. Your teammates didn't show up. You did. So why you have to take the blame for something that happened? So according to ESPN, it does state this about Luka Doncic. Boston and Kyrie Irving refused to let Luka Doncic take the blame for the Dallas Mavericks falling 2-0 hole in the NBA Finals. Now, Luka Doncic has scored 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists in Sunday's game 2, but he did point out 2 ugly numbers in his score line as a primary factor in the Mavericks' 105-108 loss to the Boston Celtics. Now, he did say this, quote unquote, that he think his turnovers and his missed free throws cost them the game. Luka Doncic said after joining LeBron James, Charles Barkley, and Jerry West as the only players in NBA history to record 30 points, triple doubles, in a finals loss. So he's saying that he got to do way better in those 2 categories. Now that I can say that you could blame yourself. I understand it. I completely understand it, Luka, but you still did what you needed to do as a player. You still showed what you could do on the floor. Yeah, you got to make your free throws. You got to do better with the free throws, and you got to take care of the basketball better. You just have to. You just have to at the end of the day. So, but at the end of the day, he said that we got to make shots to win the game. Irving in particular needs to make more shots for the underdog Mavericks to be able to beat the Boston Celtics and has the NBA best record and hasn't lost in a month. Kyrie Irving only scored 16 points, 7 of 18 from shooting, and Sunday's loss, finishing with fewer points than a field goal attempt for the second straight game. Kyrie Irving, who scored 30 or more points in the last 3 Mavericks' 4 wins over the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, averaging 15 points on 37.1% shooting in the NBA Finals. You got to play better, Kyrie. It's no shade around it. It's no shade around it. You got to play better. And Boston plays better at home by a long shot. They play their best basketball at home when it comes to the playoffs. They do. You can't be mad at that at all. You can't be mad at that. So let's go into this, right? We seen it. We saw the scores. We saw it, right? And Boston, they played a hell of a game, man. You can't even be mad at the Boston Celtics. You can't even be mad at them. Because at the end of the day, they look at the box score on them. The only thing I can say wrong with the Boston Celtics, they was 10 of 39. 10 of 39 from the field when it comes to 3-point shots. That's 25.6%. They only missed one free throw last night. One free throw. And it was 95% from the free throw line. 38 of 84 from the field, which is 42.5%. I think the percentage could be up a little bit higher, but I still feel that Boston played well. Even though Al Horford only had 5 points, he was 2 for 4 from the field, 1 of 3, but he did have 7 rebounds. Crucial rebounds at that. Jason Tatum, 18 points and 12 assists on 9 boards, almost had a triple-double. Drew Holiday, 26 points and 11 rebounds. Drew Holiday is one of the underrated guards in this league because he's not a popular and a flashy type of guy. They feel like, oh, it's Drew Holiday we talking about. Drew Holiday just stay quiet, keep his head down and just balls out. Derek White, 18 points on 38 minutes, 4 of 10 from the 3-point line, which he struggled from that. But he did have 5 boards and 2 assists, and he had 3 steals and 2 crucial blocks. 2 crucial blocks. So I can't even be mad at him either. But Jaylen Brown, 42 minutes, 8 of 15 from the field, 1 of 5 from the 3-point line. He did struggle from the 3-point line as well, but he did have 7 assists, 3 steals, 6 turnovers, and he had 21 points. But Kristaps Porzingis was the key factor. And I like what Kristaps Porzingis is doing. Even though that he did tweak his knee or tweak his leg, and I think I'm really concerned about that, but I like the fact that he decided to go off the bench and come in and help the second unit and keep Al Horford in there. I think that was smart. I think it was pretty smart of Kristaps Porzingis doing that. It just makes the second unit even more better when it comes to it. Just in my personal opinion. But I love what the Celtics are doing. So I'm not a Celtics fan, none of that nature, but I do love what the Celtics are doing. They're playing defense. They're getting back with defense. They're not letting them get easy shots. They're not letting them get easy layups, not even an easy dunk. Even though that was a foul called on PJ Washington between Jaylen Brown and Derek White blocking his shot. I get that. But at the same time, let's talk about it. That was a goddamn foul. And I understand this is the NBA Finals and you're letting them play. So why not? Just let them play. Just let them play. So we do have game 3 on Wednesday, and I will be live for that game as well. I don't want to be too long on these topics because I'm not going to be on here all day. I'm not going to have a 3-hour show. I'm not going to have any of that. We're going to keep this short and sweet, and we're going to move forward in this game. We're going to move forward in this podcast is what I mean. And one more thing about the NBA Finals before we move on. How are you concerned with Kristaps Porzingis right now after he tweaked his leg? How do y'all feel about that? Make sure y'all put it in the comments below. How do y'all feel about Kristaps Porzingis tweaking his leg and going off that deep end? You know what I'm saying? Not even going off the deep end, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, Boston fans should be concerned of Kristaps Porzingis re-injuring his leg. Should they be concerned? Because I feel like he helps the second unit so badly, and I feel like I am a little concerned. Hopefully he'll be ready for game 3. Hopefully he'll be ready for game 3, just in my opinion when it comes to it. But let me try this though. Let me try this. Let's go to it. JT Sports, what's going on, man? What's going on, JT Sports? Let's get straight into it. And a lot of people, and that's why I put this on Facebook, just to have this conversation with y'all, right? Because it's been speculation about the whole Caitlin Clark situation. We're going to switch over to the WNBA real quick. We are. Because I did the NBA Finals already. It's not really too much to talk about. It's not really too much to talk about for the NBA Finals. The Mavericks got to show up. Period. The Mavericks got to show up. And Kyrie Irving have to show up in these finals. He does. But let's talk about it, though. WNBA has been getting a lot of limelight due to Caitlin Clark being drafted number 1 overall pick. A lot of scrutiny has came down the pipeline. A lot of stuff has come down the pipeline about, Caitlin Clark. And the latest thing that has come out is that Caitlin Clark was not chosen to be on the USA team roster. Now, people might say this might be bogus of that not happening. I don't think it's bogus. Me personally, I don't think it's bogus. I think what's going on, King Cash? Shout out to everybody that's watching on Bigo. Shout out to everybody watching on Bigo. But hey, I have to say this though. I have to say this personally. I'm not shocked I'm not surprised that she didn't make the Olympic team. I'm not surprised. And the reason why I'm not surprised is because people want to put Caitlin Clark on this pedestal, and which she's great for marketing. I think she's great for marketing. I think she brings a lot of attraction to the WNBA. I do that with all due respect. But the people that's in these group chats on Facebook, the people that's in these social media groups on social media, they need to stop saying that she's better than Asia Wilson. They need to stop saying that. But neither here or there, we're just going to go straight into why she didn't make the Olympic team. I think she will get her time to be on the Olympic team, just not right now. I think she still has to develop. I still think she has a lot to work on her game. In my personal opinion, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, I think Caitlin Clark is going to be a great player in this league. But we got to blame the mainstream media for dragging her through all this stuff. Is Asia Wilson an MVP candidate? Every year she is. The girl's averaging 25.5 points and 11, almost 13 rebounds a game. She's definitely an MVP candidate. But for Caitlin Clark not to be on the team, right? So it says that the U.S. Olympic women's basketball roster for Paris game is out, and the Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark is not in it. Caitlin Clark is averaging 16.8 points, 5 rebounds, 6.3 assists through 12 games. Strong numbers for any WNBA point guard, let alone a rookie, but she has struggled with turnovers as Indiana primary ball handler, leading the league with almost 6 turnovers a game. And while the popularity and the projection as a longtime star in the WNBA made her strong candidate for the team, it wasn't enough stacked up against a deep pool of talent, experienced guards. Now, I can say this. The U.S. Olympic team chosen 6 member panels in a USA basketball that has not confirmed who's on the team. That announcement is expected to come in a few days, and ESPN confirmed Saturday that Clark isn't on the roster. The Athletic and Associated Press has reported that the players have been made to the squad. So, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break down every player and what they average in the WNBA right now, and I'm going to tell you why Caitlin Clark didn't make this team. I'm gonna just be completely honest here. I'm gonna show you why that Caitlin Clark did not make this team. Now, you got Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi, one of the legends in WNBA, is averaging about the same as Caitlin Clark right now, almost 17 points a game, 4 assists, almost 2 steals a game. Almost 3 assists a game and almost 2 steals a game. You got the center Brittany Griner, averaging 17.5 points a game with almost 6 rebounds and 3 assists when it comes to her. Then you have Kalea Copper, Philadelphia native. She's averaging, mind you, that's 3 players on the Phoenix Mercury in itself. Kalea Copper, 24 points, almost 5.5 rebounds, almost 2 assists a game, and almost 3 steals a game. Then you got the guard from the Las Vegas Aces and Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray's averaging 17 points a game, having 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and almost 2 steals a game. Then you got another guard from the Las Vegas Aces and Jackie Young that's averaging 18 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and almost 8 assists a game. Then you have Kelsey Plum, the same person that Caitlin Clark beat the score for, averaging 19.5 points a game, almost 2 rebounds, and almost 5 assists a game. And then you have Asia Wilson, that's averaging 28.3 points a game, almost 12 to 13 boards a game, and almost 3 assists a game. You have Breanna Stewart, one of the best players in this league, from the New York Liberty. You have her averaging 18.5 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. You got Sabrina Ionescu, another hot commodity that came into the WNBA, averaging 18 points a game, 4.5 boards, and 5.5 assists. You got the guard Jewel Lloyd, averaging 20 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. Then you got Nafisa Collier, averaging from the Minnesota Lynx, averaging 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists a game. Now, this only player that I can say Alyssa Thomas could have been removed and added Caitlin Clark or DeWanna Bonner from the Connecticut Sun. You could have used one of them. But what's up, Big Honcho? What's going on? But You have Alyssa Thomas averaging 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists a game. That is your team for the USA. I think some players could have been on it outside of some of these, but if you look at the numbers on what they do, and half of these players has been in the Olympics, we can't get mad at Caitlin Clark not making the team. Who can we actually replace on this list to have Caitlin Clark be there? Now, understand from a marketing standpoint, it makes absolute sense to put Caitlin Clark on this team. But when it comes to these players in talent, I think talent-wise, she's going to get her turn on the team. She's going to get her turn. She got another 4 years to get better, and she probably be the hot commodity by the time they go in 2028. Yeah, I think she'll be on the team in 2028. Absolutely, I think she will. Me personally, but we're not going to sit here and say, "Oh, Caitlin Clark is better than half of the league." Da da da. She should have been on it. Blah blah blah. No, it's not her time yet to be on the team. It is not her time yet. She's on a struggling Indiana Fever team that can't win basketball games right now. That's what she needs to focus on. That's the main thing that she needs to focus on is winning. And I know we all say rookies go through it, but Jesus Christ, time will come for her. Exactly. Time will come for her. But these people on social media, that's why I have this live on Facebook. That's why I have this live on Twitter. That's why I have this live on YouTube and Twitch and everything else. Because y'all in the comments, y'all that's making these posts on these social medias, putting Caitlin Clark to this pedestal like she's the queen of the WNBA and she only not even played 15 games yet in the league. I'm not taking nothing away from her. I'm not. But what I'm not going to sit here and do is have y'all slander everybody in the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. And we supposed to bow down to Caitlin Clark because she was the best player in college basketball. No, this is the big leagues. Diana Taurasi said it on ESPN when we did the live stream for LSU and Iowa. She said when Caitlin Clark comes to the WNBA, it would not be a walk in the park. And this is what's happening. All rookies go through it, no matter if it's NBA or Euro League or WNBA. It doesn't, or you're a freshman in college basketball, or you even a rookie in the NFL. You're going to have your struggles. You're going to have your struggles. So why try to put Caitlin Clark on a pedestal to a point where she's considered the queen of the WNBA and that girl ain't played 20 games yet? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I understand Caitlin Clark brings and gravitate people to the WNBA. I get it. It's a great marketing strategy, but it's so much other talent in the WNBA that you could talk about besides Caitlin Clark. Exactly. People don't understand that players go through adversity. Absolutely. I agree 100%. They go through adversity, and that's what Caitlin Clark is going through right now. Everybody's upset the fact that she did not make the team. She will get her time to make the team. Y'all have to be patient with that. Oh, but this is what they're going to say, though. LeBron James made it. Oh, Michael Jordan made it. Oh, these Kansas Parker made it. Oh, it's just not her time right now. She would develop. She would adjust to the league and how the WNBA do things, and she will be better. I'm not saying she is scrub. I'm not saying she's overrated. I'm not saying none of that. What I am saying, though, her time will come. We've seen it. We've seen it. The time will come. It will. It absolutely will. So y'all have to be willing to be patient with that. Y'all have to be patient with Caitlin Clark. Them numbers I put out for every player that's on that team, right? From the Diana Taurasi's to the Brittany Grinders, the Kalia Coppers, to the Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum. The whole starting five for the Las Vegas Aces is in double figures. Chelsea Gray averaged 15. Jackie Young averaged 18. Kelsey Plum averaged 19. Asia Wilson averaged 28. That's 4 of the starting 5 that's on the Olympic team for the Las Vegas Aces. That's bananas to me. You got Breonna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, both from the New York Liberty, averaging 18 and 19 points a game. Jewel Lloyd, the best player on the Seattle Storm, averaging 20. Nafis Collier, 21 points. Kalia Copper, the best, probably the best young player on the Phoenix Mercury, averaging 24. So for all you Caitlin Clark fans that's out there right now, tell me out of Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, Breonna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Jewel Lloyd, Nafisa Collier, and Alyssa Thomas. You tell me, what player are you actually replacing for Caitlin Clark? What player are you actually replacing for her? I would love to know this. So with that being said, it's not her time yet, but she does not get, none of these players on this list get replaced for her. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. I'm sorry to say. Her popularity is good. The popularity is bringing a lot to the WNBA. I love it. I love everything about it. But it's just not her time yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not her time yet. But let's move on anyway. Let's move on, shall we? We still in some basketball talk. We still are. But let's talk about it to the college basketball with Dan Hurley. Dan Hurley making it a compelling case to be the Lakers' new head coach, y'all. And this is a very interesting story here, because my question that I have on my banner, right? The question that I have for the NBA, which job should Dan Hurley want more? The Lakers job or the UConn job? Mind you, Dan Hurley just came off of winning the national championship with the second back-to-back national championships with the University of Connecticut, right? And, you know, UConn men's basketball coach Dan Hurley told ESPN that the Lakers made a compelling case to be presented a compelling vision for him to become the franchise next coach, but he loves what he built with the 2-time defending national championships in the tournament victories with the Connecticut Huskies. Hurley has been at the forefront for the Lakers search from the beginning of the process, even while the organization has done its due diligence to interview several other candidates, other candidates like the New Orleans Pelicans, James Borrero, and some other in-person interviews with the Los Angeles Lakers as well. Rob Pelinka and Jerry Buss formally discussed Dan Hurley's vision of marrying his dominant program that he built upon his tactical acumen and elite player development with the storied Lakers brand. But going to LA in a big market would be enough for him. But this is my thing, though. Hurley's 51 years old. He often described his ambition one day to be an NBA coach and traveling to LA to explore more of a full picture of a partnership of one basketball winning franchises. What's going on, Tony Montana? What's up? But to pursue Hurley comes the 20th anniversary of the Lakers trying to hire Coach K, from Duke, breaking the contract in 2004, where Coach K elected to remain at Duke, but the climate has dramatically changed in college athletics as well, demanding NIL fundraising. Non-power football schools like UConn are especially a relentless grind and expected to become more difficult. But as for the Lakers, you do have LeBron James, who has impressed with Hurley's sophisticated offensive actions in assuming the returns of LA free agency, possibly using the 55th overall pick on USC freshman guard Bronny James. That makes Hurley even more of an intriguing candidate for the Lakers. If it happens, LeBron James get a chance to play with his son, and the benefit of Dan Hurley and his staff becoming more responsible for Bronny James' pro development. So it makes sense. What's up, Keisha? What's going on? So I like this. The expectations will be high. I have no issues with that, but expectations being high. But I feel like you have more control, right? I feel like you have more control with being with the Connecticut Huskies than you do with the LA Lakers. I think you have more control as a college basketball player, right? I think you have more control when it comes to recruiting your players or, disciplining your players, because these players, yeah, they making millions. They probably making millions of dollars in NIL. They probably are. But I don't see it being where, okay, they still kids. I can still tell them what to do. I can still discipline them. What's up, Billy the Goat? What's going on? But I can still tell them what to do. I can still tell them that, oh, I can kick you off the team. You could be suspended. I think it's like you're trying to get into a grown man's league from coaching kids. It's a big difference there. I mean, I think the Lakers are an intriguing spot for Dan Hurley to go to, but I think he can make as much money that he does with the Lakers with the UConn Huskies. And if I'm not mistaken, he did get an extension, right? With the Connecticut Huskies, if I'm not mistaken. I thought he got like a big ass contract or something like that. Don't get me to lying. But just a little bit of history with Dan Hurley, right? He's 141 and 58 as a coach in 6 seasons as the Connecticut coach. The son of the Naismith Hall of Famer Bob Hurley Sr., whom Hurley played for at St. Anthony's High School in New Jersey City, New Jersey. Dan Hurley spent 9 years as a high school coach at St. Benedict Prep before rapidly rebuilding the college programs at Wagner and Rhode Island, and his older brother Bobby is the head coach at Arizona State. Man, what's up, Sean? What's going on? I think Dan Hurley, I would love for him to stay in UConn, but if this is your dream of being an NBA coach, it's going to be some growing pains there. It's going to be some growing pains there. And I just feel like at the end of the day that you're going to have to come out and be your best coach. How can you work with LeBron James? How can you work with Bronny James? How can you develop him? How can you put the egos aside with Anthony Davis and LeBron James doing what they want to do? They want to call the plays. They want to run the team by themselves. How you're going to address that is what I'm saying. How you're going to address that. So in my personal opinion, I feel like this. What's going on, Godchild? What's going on? But at the end of the day, I still feel like when it comes to this particular situation, Dan Hurley should just be the Lakers head coach. Do I want him to be the Lakers head coach? No, I don't want him to be the Lakers head coach. But do I feel like he could get the same amount of money with UConn that he does with the Lakers? Absolutely. Absolutely, he could do that. I think again, this is an emergency. We have breaking news. What we got breaking news about? What we got breaking news about, RQ? What we got breaking news about? Come on, before I go into the next topic. Come on. Brown Sugar Red, what's going on? Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to it. What is the breaking news, ladies and gentlemen? What is the breaking news? I could go to ESPN. Can I go to ESPN and get it? Dan Hurley is staying at UConn. Let's give a clap up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him applause. Ain't that ironic? Is that breaking news? Is that really breaking news that he's staying? Is it true? Let's go to Twitter real quick. Let's go to Woj. Let's go to Woj. All right, so breaking news. Connecticut's Dan Hurley has turned down the Lakers' 6-year, $70 million offer. It will return to chase a third straight national title. Sources tell ESPN that would have made him the NBA's 6th highest paid when it comes to coaches. Wow, that is some interesting news, ladies and gentlemen. That is some interesting news that Dan Hurley is officially staying with the UConn Huskies. So now I can officially move on from this situation. I can finally able to move on. But before we move on, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to take a quick break because we are past the 30-minute mark of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. So we are going to do that here, and we're going to have ourselves a great, great time. So we're going to take a little quick break here, and I will see you all in a little bit. Peace. This episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience best events in town, all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with a quick update here for the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. We really appreciate everybody here on the Darion Hopkins Sports Show that is here. Thank y'all for so much for being here. Make sure y'all go to SeatGeek.com and use that promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. Make sure you go to SeatGeek.com and use that promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. If you do want to donate to the channel and donate to the Darion Hopkins Sports Show, make sure you use the Cash App at DHopkinsShow. Y'all see the $ right there. And I am live on Bigo as well. We are live. We're going to be here every Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it funky. And we're going to keep it fun with the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. But as we're going to get into some NFL news as well, we're going to move over to some NFL news since we talk basketball majority of this show, because I do want to keep this show short and sweet and keep it nice and fun, ladies and gentlemen. I want to keep it nice and fun. But so let's get straight into it, man. Let's just get straight into it. But Giants former Raven, former Las Vegas Raider, and former New York Giant tight end Darren Waller is retiring at the age of 31. Now, Waller is 31 years old and did discuss his decision to retire in a video posted on YouTube on Sunday, saying that a health scare he experienced in November gave him clarity about his life. Now, Waller did detail in a very scary situation during why he struggled to breathe and ultimately 3.5 days in the hospital and unable to stand up, use the restroom, or feed himself. Waller didn't disclose the exact nature of the illness that he battled. But quote unquote, this is exactly what he said on here. He said, I come out of that experience while I'm sitting in the hospital and I go back into my daily life and I'm like pretty clear, I almost just lost my life and I don't know if I really feel if I would have died, that I would have felt great about how my life would have went if I died in that time. Upon reflecting, he said that he found a lot of joy and had amazing moments playing in the NFL, but his passion was so slowly fading, leading to his retirement decision. Internally grateful for the game of football, quote, Darren Waller said, I wouldn't be able to have this conversation or to think of things or be reflective as wasn't any opportunity to save my life and go to rehab, which the NFL offered me, he said. They also gave me an opportunity to reestablish myself, to come back into the world, to do something productive, provide an example, be a leader, and be a difference maker in my craft, also in my day-to-day wherever I go. Now, Waller has been open about these struggles with his addiction, his sobriety, how rehab followed him in 2017 when an overdose helped him turn his life around. He was vowed to use that in his story to help others, which I completely understand. And Waller also posted snippets of his video on Instagram stating that we had a great respect for Darren Waller and the player. We wish him nothing but the best, and the Giants in a statement said on Sunday. Now, Waller did stay away from the team this offseason as he had contemplated on his future by bypassing a potential $200,000 workout bonus, now a base salary of $10.525 million on the upcoming season. that the Giants get $11.5 million in cap savings this year with Waller as a post-June 1st cut. Now, I can say this about Darren Waller. New York was expecting an answer by a certain time, right? They was expecting an answer by mandatory minicamp, which taking place Tuesday or Wednesday, and the Giants now move forward with Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Kager, and a 4th-round pick in Theo Johnson, a top-tier pick in a depth chart for the tight end position. Now, let's go back into the history real quick for Darren Waller before I really get into this situation. Now, Waller was traded from New York to the Las Vegas Raiders for a 3rd-round pick back in March of 2023. He spent his previous 5 seasons with the Las Vegas Raiders, while Waller had a pair of 1,000-yard receiving seasons for the Raiders and made the Pro Bowl in 2020, where he had 107 catches for 1,196 yards and 9 touchdowns. Now, Georgia Tech product was selected by the Baltimore Ravens as a wide receiver in the 6th round of the 2015 NFL draft. But his time in Baltimore was rocky, where Waller had dealt with substance abuse problems early in his career that led him to multiple suspensions. He was suspended for the first 4 games in the 2016 season, and he missed 2017's campaign. Now, Waller eventually signed with the Raiders off the Ravens practice squad during the 2018 season. If y'all know that story, John Gruden actually recruited Waller from the Ravens to come to the Las Vegas Raiders. In his second season with the Raiders, Waller exploded with 90 catches, 1,145 yards and 3 touchdowns after totaling 18 catches for 178 yards in his first 4 professional seasons. Now, Waller had over 350 catches, 4,124 yards and 20 touchdowns in the 9 seasons with the Ravens, Raiders, and Giants. But this offseason, it kept him busy with his music, releasing a new song last month, having a divorce with Kelsey Plum. They filed for divorce last month after being married for a year. Waller's football career in recent years has been affected by injuries, particularly hamstring issues, forced him to miss a good chunk of each game in the past 2 seasons. And when it comes to the campaigns for the New York Giants, Waller is one reason that New York saw him finish 52 catches for 552 yards and 1 touchdown in 12 games. He was the team's leading receiver before he hurt his right hamstring in late October and lost 10 for 5 games. Let me just say this, and I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Let me just say this. Darren Waller was going to retire sooner or later. What's going on, Keen Devon? What's going on? Darren Waller was going to retire sooner or later. And I'm going to be completely honest with you there, because Darren Waller was not happy with the Josh McDaniels thing. He was not happy with it, right? And when he married Kelsey Plum, which is the WNBA star for the Las Vegas Aces, right? He was not happy that Josh McDaniels leaked that they got married. So that was going to fall apart. And Josh McDummy just fucked up the Raiders in itself. It just messed them up. Just messed them up clearly. But hamstrings really hauled him. Injuries really killed him. And now he wants to go into a rap career that I think he's just not good at. He starts singing and talking about his relationship with his wife and all that stuff. Like, Waller, you only been in the league 9 seasons. And at one time, you was considered one of the top tight ends in the league. One of the top tight ends in the league. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like that they should have played. They should have did better. They should have played better. Not played better, but I think it could have been a better situation to stay and play football. But if you lose your love for the game, you can't be mad at Darren Waller for losing love for the game. Can't be mad at it. But your rap career ain't that great either, bro. Let's just be. Your rap career is not that great either, bro. Let's be for real here. Like, come on. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is what happens. And we wish you the best, Darren Waller. You once a Raider, always a Raider. He was a great tight end. And he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine, because I just think his music career is a joke. That's just my personal opinion. But we just wish him the best, whatever he's going on in life, outside of the whole Kelsey Plum divorce after being married for a year. You're gonna do it, bro. You're gonna get through it. You're going to get through it, man. You definitely are. It's not really too much NFL talks. Not really too much NFL talk when it comes to it, man. Like, we all know that, Justin Jefferson got paid his money. Y'all know that. Y'all know he got paid his money. But it's so many other things that we could talk about. Yeah, but NFL is not really too much to really talk about here. I'm not gonna really get into much stuff here. Even though with the veteran quarterback himself, the veteran quarterback Steven Nelson, he's retiring at the 9 seasons as well. According to NFL.com, stating that Steven Nelson is retiring from the NFL from 9 seasons. Nelson told Aaron Wilson of KPRC2 Houston that he's walking away to spend more time with his pregnant wife, his pregnant wife Monica, and his family to pursue various business ventures. Saying that retirement, after thinking it over, he had some talks with his family. He thinks it's time to take a step back and spend more time with his family. Nelson told Wilson, "We're expecting a newborn this coming month, and I wanted to devote all my time and energy to have various business ventures off the field. I'm extremely proud that I was able to do what I was able to do in the game of football. And coming from a small town, coming from a small town with a lot of resources, having going to a junior college, making his way up to Oregon State, just across country with his family, going through a lot of trials and tribulations to get to where he at today, and was able to persevere and make it this far. He's extremely proud of his legacy in his career." Steven Nelson is 31 years old, reportedly had interest in clubs, but he decided to end his 9-year career with the Chiefs, Steelers, Eagles in the last 2 seasons with the Houston Texans. Kansas City made Nelson a 3rd-round pick in 2015. In the quarter, complied 13 interceptions with 78 pass defenses, 456 total tackles with one sack in his 9 seasons. Nelson has earned 82-yard pick six in the Texas wildcard game over the Browns in January, and his first touchdown in his career. Nelson didn't reject the idea of turning to the right job opening up at some point, but his intention is to retire. He said he'll always keep his body in shape and will always be ready for the right opportunity when it comes, or feel like timing is right and my heart is into it. I will do it, Nelson said. As of now, I think it's better for me to take a step back and enjoy time with his family. Now, Steven Nelson, I'm not mad at you, bro. For your Raiders, who was balling, he had injuries. Yeah, that's true for Waller as well. But I can't be mad at Steven Nelson, though. I can't be mad at Steven Nelson for wanting to retire to spend time with his family, because, being a professional athlete in sports, you can't get away from being an athlete. You can't be a father. You can't be any of these things outside of football, because football takes up 98% of your life when you're a professional athlete, especially when it comes to sports, it comes to a public figure, it doesn't matter. So I kind of understand why Steven Nelson wants to take this route, because he has a wife that's pregnant. He wants to devote all his time to help his wife and be with his family. I get it. So him retiring and possibly might come back in the same year, we might have to run this tape back if he does come back before the season starts. Who knows? But I think he really made his mind up and understood that, okay, I got to do this for my family. I got to do this for my family. I have to do this for my family. So, I mean, we wish you the best, Steven Nelson. We wish you the best, buddy, and stuff like that. But hopefully, you'll come back into the NFL if you feel like you have that passion for it again. So, yeah, we really hope the best for you at the end of the day. Hello everyone. I'll try to be in your chat on Wednesday night for the NBA championship game. Yes, and I'm gonna let y'all know this schedule now. Personally, I think my thing just died. I think my stuff just died. Oh well. I think my Bigo Live just died. So I don't know what just happened there. I think my iPad just died from being there. But I do have the schedule for y'all this upcoming week. I will be live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, talking about anything sports. If y'all have any topics that y'all want me to talk about, please hit me up on the social medias at DhopkinsShow on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Any questions that you have for me, please let me know. Please let me know, because I would love for y'all to come on the D Hopkins Show. I would love for y'all to have y'all questions and have y'all answers for me. I'm getting back in the flow of things. I don't want to have this podcast a little bit too long and drag it out. I'm gonna get straight to the point and straight to it. That's just me. That's just me. But there's really not too much to really talk about today. The NBA finals come back on Wednesday, but let me pull up the streaming schedule for y'all real quick, and I am going to put it on the community post as well. So the streaming schedule we have, of course, today I'll only be doing this show today, which is the Darion Hopkins Sports Show at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, June 11th, I will be doing the Darion Hopkins Sports Show as well, which is at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will have the Fever versus the Connecticut Sun live play-by-play and reactions at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You definitely do not want to miss that. Wednesday, June 12th, we will have the Darion Hopkins Sports Show at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will have the NBA Finals, Celtics and Mavericks Game 3, live play-by-play and reaction. We definitely will be live for that. Thursday, June 13th, the Darion Hopkins Sports Show will be back on again at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we'll go into some WNBA live action where the Seattle Storm go up against the Dallas Wings at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Friday, June 14th, we will have the Darion Hopkins Sports Show 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll do the NBA Finals Game 4 of the Celtics and the Mavericks. See if the Mavericks can at least win a game to make this goddamn series interesting. But I do want to go to, some scores and stuff of that nature. So we're going to go into it. We're going to talk about it, how the UFL championship is literally around the corner. Yes, the UFL championship is around the corner. What's going on, Roger? Roger was good. UFL championship is set to believe that we got the two teams in the UFL. This is going to be a very, very interesting championship for the UFL championship. We have the Birmingham Stallions going up against the Brajas at 5 o'clock on Fox on Sunday, June 16th. I think I'm going to do that game, the UFL championship. I know I was supposed to do some UFL season stuff as well, but I was not able to do that. But hey, UFL scores, you got the Stallions and the Brahmas, both of them will be in the UFL championship, ladies and gentlemen. Now we got some MLB scores. I know we got a lineup that's going on right now today, Monday, June 10th. If you are interested in baseball, at 6:50, you'll have the Oilers versus the Rays. Then you'll have the Rockies versus the Twins. You have the Yankees and the Kansas City Royals at 8:10 as well. You have the Blue Jays and the Brewers. You have the White Sox and the Mariners. You have the Athletics and the Padres at 9:40 Eastern Standard Time. At 9:45, you have the Houston Astros versus the San Francisco Giants. And then even tonight, if you are interested in hockey as well, you have the Stanley Cup Final. Stanley Cup Final is Game 2 with the South Florida Panthers against the Edmonton Oilers tonight. The series is led by Florida 1-0 right now. Make sure y'all go in there and watch that on ABC or on ESPN Plus. You could definitely go watch that game and just let me know in the comments. That who y'all want to win in the Stanley Cup Final there. That's definitely going to be very interesting to watch. The Lakers fans aren't happy about Dan Hurley staying at UConn. LeBron's run the Lakers. That's absolutely true. LeBron does absolutely run the Lakers. He does. He does run the Lakers. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad that he runs the Lakers. So, I mean, what else can you really talk about when it comes to that? This is the 20-year anniversary of Coach Mike K turning down to go to the NBA. Mind you, this is 20 years later when Coach K turned down to go to the NBA. I'm telling you that. You gotta watch it. I won't say it's a conspiracy, but I will say, when it comes to that, it just happens. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. But just to let y'all know, tonight you have the Indiana Fever versus the Connecticut Sun. You have that game tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You do have that tonight. So make sure y'all in the building for that. Wait, let me just double check that. I thought Fever in Connecticut was coming on tomorrow. Wait, I thought it was coming on tomorrow, but no. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change it then. I'm gonna change the WNBA schedule. I'm gonna have to change it then. I think we'll be doing the Las Vegas Aces and the Minnesota Lynx at 10 o'clock tomorrow instead of the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun. I thought that game was coming on tomorrow, but that game is coming on today. At the end of the day, it's tonight. See, I thought it was today. I thought it was tomorrow, but it is today. I'm not gonna be able to do that game because I gotta go to a prior event. I thought the WNBA had Mondays off. That's what I said, because I thought, Arku, you're right there with me, bro. You're right there with me, Arku. You're right there with me, because I thought that Monday had Mondays off. That's what I thought. But hey, I have to switch my schedule and change things up and go from there. But breaking news again, Dan Hurley turns down the Lakers' 6-year, $70 million contract to become the head coach. So now I wonder where the Lakers is going to go from here at this point. Where would the Lakers go from here at this point? So we just don't know. We just don't know, y'all. But I thought they had Mondays off, but it's okay. It is absolutely okay. But make sure y'all go check out the College World Series as well, the College Baseball World Series as well, where you have the storybook ending for Oklahoma. Make sure y'all get it to the Baseball College World Series. I think it's very interesting to watch. Make sure y'all check out the UFL Championship as well. Make sure you watch the Stanley Cup Finals and the NBA Finals. A lot of sports going on around the world this weekend. It was a lot of stuff that went down, especially with Caitlin Clark not making the Olympic team, everything of that nature. But I just wanted to be on here for y'all because I'm not going to make this podcast long at all, because we definitely want to make sure we want to keep it short. We want to keep it street. The Fever is playing in Connecticut tonight. Yeah, I did see that, Jeffrey. I did see that. And unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. That's actually what happens. But before y'all do anything, then make sure y'all follow me on all social medias, man. Make sure y'all follow me on all social medias at DHopkinsShow when it comes to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, all at DHopkinsShow. And I'm live on Bigo, ladies and gentlemen. I am live on Bigo Live. Make sure you download the app and go to my Bigo ID, which is DHopkinsShow1. Y'all definitely want to come over there and support me on Bigo Live. We definitely greatly appreciate the love and the support that we have done on the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. We will have this audio podcast as well on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, everywhere. We'll have shorts out as well. Connecticut has only one loss in the WNBA. Yes, they only do. And you know who beat them? The New York Liberty. The New York Liberty actually beat them. And just before we end this live, ladies, let's go through the power rankings real quick of the WNBA. Since we already here, let's talk about how the New York Liberty is taking over the number 1 spot as the Aces lose last night. So when it comes to the rankings, we have, let me go all the way to the bottom and make my way to the top. We all know that the New York Liberty is the number 1 team in the power rankings right now for them. So let's go and let me see, where is that right here? Okay, so it's only like 12 teams in the power rankings for the WNBA. So the number 12, you have the Washington Mystics, which is 0-12 right now. It's not great. Number 11, you have the Dallas Wings at 3-7. Number 10, you have the 3-9 Indiana Fever. Number 9, you have the Chicago Sky at 4-6. Number 8, you have the LA Sparks at 4-7. The Las Vegas Aces went from number 5 to number 7, and they are 5-4 right now. The Atlanta Dream at number 6 at 5-4. Then you have the Phoenix Mercury at number 5 at 6-6. Number 4, you have the Minnesota Lynx. Number 4, you have the Seattle Storm. The Seattle Storm at 7-4. You have the Minnesota Lynx at 8-3. The Connecticut Sun 9-1, and you have the New York Liberty at 11-2. 11-2. So that is your power rankings for the WNBA, ladies and gentlemen. But thank y'all for tuning in to a quick episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. I will be back same time, same place, different topics. I want to see Savannah Banana baseball team this past weekend at Fenway Park Saturday on June 8th. That probably was dope, bro. That's probably was dope, but I don't want to hold y'all up so far. I just want to bring y'all the news and bring y'all everything that we have to do. But thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. We definitely do appreciate it. Like I said, follow us on social medias or at D Hopkins Show, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Bigo Live at D Hopkins Show 1. You don't want to miss it, man. It's a Darion Hopkins Sports Show. Make sure you go to SeatGeek.com, and this show is sponsored by SeatGeek.com, and use the promo code D Hopkins to get $20 off your first purchase. Any donations would like to come through to the Darion Hopkins Sports Show, make sure you use the Cash App at D Hopkins Show. I am out of here, y'all. Peace, love, and blessings. And like I said, Dan Hurley is not going to the Los Angeles Lakers. He will be remaining at UConn. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace, love, and blessings, and have a great day. We out.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
This episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience best events in town, all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets.